Key initiatives were undertaken by the Strategic Communication Cluster members using the traditional and digital platforms to bring the message to the general public. The successive plugging of advocacy ads, news, and interviews over the radio across the region and airing of video campaign materials via local cable networks have brought government programs to the communities and grassroots. PIA Caraga, the Department of Agrarian Reform, and 401st and 402nd Brigades were able to produce 174 news articles for the month of September. These articles were sent to the local broadsheets and tabloids, which are circulated daily in the entire region. These were also utilized and published by Caraga INFOCUS Electronic News Magazine, a weekly electronic news publication of PIA Caraga, and DAR's quarterly magazine. PIA Caraga, the lead agency of the cluster, also produced more or less 900 photo releases posted in the agency's social media platforms and several Viber groups. PIA Caraga has created and maintained Viber and Facebook Messenger groups in sharing valuable information relative to Executive Order No. 70. Podcast episodes produced by Cords 10 exposing the atrocities committed by the communist terrorist groups were also shared by the team in their social media pages. Social cards were produced in time with the conduct of Barangay Summit in Butuan City. PIA Caraga team also shared 32 videos and produced a total of 21 canned video materials and news scripts to PTV4 and for PIA Info Minute. PIA Caraga tied up with the People's Television Network or PTV4 in the dissemination of RTF Elcac related activities in Caraga region. The national linkage is an initiative to expand the mileage of news delivery to the public apart from the regular television airing through our local cable networks in the region. Apart from print publication and radio and television broadcast, 125 text blasts were produced and sent to thousands of recipients. PIA Caraga also generated a total of 41 issues and concerns related to EO70. PIA Caraga has also pioneered the new trend of disseminating news through the talking print media. For the month of September, 6 talking print media were produced. The agency has constant coordination with various government agencies and cluster members and media for the conduct of press conferences. 237 RTF Elcac-related meetings were also covered and attended by the cluster member agencies for the months of August to September. Meanwhile, Radio Pilipinas Butuan and DXDA, a local government-owned radio station in Agusan del Sur, produced 69 news broadcasts for the months of August up to September this year. Radio Pilipinas and DXDA also conducted more or less 60 interviews and 6 coverages, specifically during the conduct of the Barangay Summit held in Balanghay Hotel, Butuan City. DXDA also provide a weekly block time program to the Philippine National Police and Armed Forces of the Philippines. Another Stratcom member agency, the National Commission on Indigenous Peoples or NCIP in Caraga, facilitated the conduct of a press conference in Butuan City with Bay Magdalena, an IP from Surigao del Sur, served as the guest panelist. NCIP also assisted the DSWD in conducting social preparation in Lasikam or in Lahi Sikosiko Kamamonan in Higakit as identified peace and development zones by the Poverty Reduction, Livelihood and Employment Cluster. Meanwhile, the city government of Butuan, through the City Public Information Office, recently conducted capacity development training to the community facilitators. Also, Butuan City is currently conducting a community profiling on the retooled profiling issue-based dubbed as Butuan on Wheels to the identified barangays. The Department of Agrarian Reform in Caraga has also released 2 issues of the regular quarterly newsletter and regular publication of program and activity-related ads in local newspaper. DAR Caraga regularly posts activities and any related information in their social media page. The 401st Brigade Philippine Army conducted 11 Barangay on Wheels and Pulong-Pulong for the month of September alone. Some 600 students from Mount Olive in Bayugan City, Barangay Nicolas in Talacogon, and Doña Maxima in San Luis participated in symposiums spearheaded by the 401st Brigade. They have also conducted a regular radio program over Choice Radio in Bayugan City. Aside from the regular news releases and photo releases they produced, the 402nd Brigade Philippine Army and its battalions also conducted a total of 276 security briefings in their areas of responsibility. 3 school symposia were also conducted in partnership with the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, PIDEA, PIA, and 402nd Brigade to around 1,000 NSTP students of FSUU in Butuan City, 300 ROTC cadets of SDSSU in Tandag City, and 1,108 NSTP and ROTC cadets of SSCT in Surigao City. The brigade has also assisted the creation of PTF Elcac and passage of persona non grata resolutions to 144 barangays, 7 municipalities, 1 province, 4 CADTIs, 1 tribal community, and Liga ng mga Barangay. 82 tarpaulins were displayed and a total of 7,350 leaflets were distributed to the local populace in the region to intensify awareness against the atrocities committed by the communist NPA terrorists and its deceptive recruitment scheme. The Stratcom cluster continues in ramping up efforts across the broadest range of strategic peace-building activities that are workable, effective, and beneficial. Together, we galvanize action to end armed conflict and enable lasting peace and development.